In this project, I want to show you how to create a simple speedometer using the scale, label, an arc, and a couple of labels. First, we need to create a new project. So we'll create a new project. We'll create LVGL, give it a name. EEZ. You can give whatever name you want. Set the LVGL version. I prefer 9. Create. Set the usual stuff. 320 by 240. Set the LVGL location to mine is LVGL.head.h. Yours can be anything else. And then set the main panel size to the same thing, 320 by 240. Now we are ready to create our GUI. First, add a circular scale. So we'll go to scale, add one. This needs to be circular because you want to go around the arc that you will add it afterwards. Give it a name. So I called it, drag it into the panel. Make it circular, so and change the size to 240 by 240. The other thing we have to do is set range from 0 to 180. And then this is the total number of ticks. Ticks are all these major, minor ticks. So in this case, it's 31. Set the so a scale basically has 3 parts. It's got the main part, which is that line that goes all the way around, and then tick item parts. These are the minor ticks, not the major one, minor ones, and then the indicator. The indicators are major ticks, long ones. We can change the main color of the main line. So that's what we'll do. We'll click on scale, go to main, background, set the color, set to whatever you like. I change it to blue. Sorry, it's the arc color. So we're going to change the arc color to blue. There you go. The other thing you can do is you can also change the item colors. Well, in this case, these are the minor ticks. So if you go to line, so you can change the item colors. You can also change the length. You can change the length and the line color. So line, go to items, default, line, and then we set the color here. Choose one, green, and I'm going to change the indicator colors. These are the long lines. Come to indicator color, and do another color which you like. or maybe something different. here. The color has been set. We can also set the text of these. At the moment they're not very visible, so we'll change the text color of the indicator. So if we change the text color of the indicator by going to the indicator, and then instead of line it's text, set text color to something more nicer. Yeah, so that is done. I think it looks okay. The only thing to notice that here is see the total number of tick count. Put it as 31 and show every 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can change it to anything you want, but notice this: you don't add a 1 to 30, then see the last number is not shown. You should, whenever you change it, if you change to 40, make sure it's 41. So it also shows your range from 0 to 180. Now we will add an arc. Give it a name. Set the size to 230 by 230. So we want to display the arc inside. Oh yes, so we need to set the scale to be round outer, so the numbers displayed outside. Let's drag it inside. Centralize the scale. Put that inside the panel. Okay, we centralized it. Now we will need to change some of the properties so it looks better. First of all, note that the arc also has 3 parts, which has a main part, which is the whole thing, the indicator part, which is this, and the knob part. So if you run this, it's similar to a slider. So this is the indicator part, so this is indicator, this is the knob, and then all that stuff in the background is the main. So we want to set the arc ranges. So minimum range is 0 and 180. The other thing we want to do is get the arc to start around here. Note the arc 0 position is around 3 o'clock here. Same for scale. The 0 degree position is here at 3 o'clock. So when we say we want the arc to start at 180, we mean 0 here, so we want to start here, 180. And then we want the arc to end at this angle, so that is the 0. It's actually 0 or 360 because 360 is the same, but 0. Let's say if you want to add stop around here, we can add 45. Take that here, you see. Then if you add 90, we'll go to that 270 degrees position. So I'm going to put 0 back inside the arc. I want to make the arc straight, And I also want to reset the size of the arc so it's slightly bigger. So what we can do is we can set it in the main indicator. Click on that, go to the main default arc width, make it like 2. Then as you can see the indicator is still small, so we need to also do the same for the indicator. Click default arc width 22. Now the whole thing fills up the main part. The other thing we need to do is we need to make sure the knob is hidden. So click on knob, background, set that to 0, and the knob disappears. Also, we want to make sure that this is straight instead of curved. You can leave it as curved all around it, but I want to make it straight. See that? Go straight. Now if you go to the indicator part, do the same. Now they go straight. It slightly looks better. The other thing is optionally we can add an image. This is like don't really have to, well, if you want to. So I'll add an image. Call it whatever you want. No restriction to. Click here. Call it image arc background. Edit. Change that to RGB6. Now add it to the arc. You can add the image by clicking on the arc, and then in this case we want to add it to the arc, so we to arc image source. Let's select the one you just added. Now if you run it, you see as instead of showing blue color, it actually shows the image in the background. Now we will add a needle pointer. So what we'll have to do, we'll have to add an image, and you can add the image, specific image here. Well, the way it works is if you want to rotate that, all you have to do is set the rotation here. So in the actual EEZ Studio it doesn't show it, but when we integrate with Arduino, we set the rotation value, this will just follow the arc over here. So now I'm going to position this in the center. That should be done. The one thing I noticed is we have to add the image in between the scale and the arc. So again we look to put into position. The other thing we'll have to do is give it a name. We should give the image a name. And that's it. So this is now ready. When we integrate with Arduino, when the arc moves, this will also move. Oh yeah, we should set the arc value to 0 instead of 25. So the needle is not behind the arc. Okay, before we integrate with Arduino, we should change the background color of this to black. Otherwise, you see some weird behaviors that will haunt you forever. Anyway, so that's done. Now I'm going to build the C files, so I can copy this to my Arduino project. All you do is save, build. Once the build is done, you go to your EEZ project that you created. There's a couple of C files, so all you have to do is copy all of them and then paste it into the YouTube project I created with a similar name, or same name actually. The only difference is when you come to your sketch, you notice this line. In my machine, if I leave this on, I get compilation error, so I have to replace it with the actual location of my LVGL header file. And now, this is just templates that I use for my project. Just calls a UI in it, and I added a mock data which will just move the arc value up and down, and it also set the same value for the image rotation. So mocks data, sets the arc value, and then it rotates the needle by setting the rotation, which is usually times by 10 because the image rotation is goes from 3600 instead of 360. The other thing I do is you update the label with the text, so just simulates that miles per hour. On the screens.c file, what you have to do is you have to set the rotation of the scale, so it starts basically it starts here instead of all the way down here. So we start from here, and then we set the angle range to be 180, so we'll go all the way, same position as the arc ends, and then we're saying this range of this scale from 0 to 180, that's all. And you can add whatever number of ticks you want, but I'll go 46, and every 3 I'm going to display a major tick. So in the scale we added this, and in the arc we changed it, so we're adding the range of the arc to be 0 to 180, and the angle should be 180 to 0. So the angle is it will start at 180. The arc default value is 0 is here. So we're going to start at 180 and then we're going to end at 0. Now if we just click on upload, you should be able to see final result.